In the previous video, we explained how fraud against the US State Department works, but more specifically, in this video, we'll explain how this fraud works against you. Let's say person A has a bachelor's degree in computer science from Harvard, lives in Florida, and worked as a software developer for 5 years at a company in Tampa. Due to the pandemic, that company went bankrupt in 2022. Person A has savings equivalent to an $80,000 annual salary. They continue to live off their savings for most of 2023 while simultaneously looking for work at any other company in the United States that will hire him. His resume is incredibly valuable to many companies, and he receives offers to begin the hiring process with at least 7 companies a month, but none of them hire him. At each interview, the recruiters insist he take all their advice seriously because they know the best solution and will guide him to success. They convince him that everyone wants the recruitment process to be successful, but the interviews confuse him by leading him astray, causing candidate A to fail. However, candidate A holds his own and arrives at the solution in a providential way, explaining each decision he made step by step. But candidate A is rejected. The interview or interviews sign an inadequate report on the interview candidate A had with each of them, even claiming that he doesn't have the years of experience that he does have and demonstrated. The recruiter from Company C tells him that, unfortunately, he has been rejected and cannot share the reason, but also has good news. He can wait 6 months and apply for the same position at the same company, and the recruiter will automatically start the process again. During those same 6 months, the recruiter and interviews at Company C approved 6,000 people. Only 2,400 of them are software engineers. The other 1,800 are people who only have a high school diploma and have worked for years as supermarket clerks or crew members at a fast food burger joint. These 1,800 people only had to pay $50,000 to a bootcamp for a 4-month course to get hired, making them believe they were at the same level as a professional who had studied for 4 years at a university and stealing the job from candidate A. Since the bootcamp paid $1 million a month or even more in cryptocurrencies to the staff of Company C and gave them the list of those 300 people a month to hire with simple exercises in the interviews agreed between the recruiters and the bootcamp. The other 1,800 missing are people who were hired through the bootcamp but live off other jobs, and again, they are people with simple jobs without the necessary academic preparation to do those jobs. So, person A, a Harvard graduate, can't find work because someone who made hamburgers in Manila paid $50,000 to a bootcamp and stole the job through possible bribery. Another person, B, from Argentina, who has more years of experience working in computing, is contacted by recruiters from Company C and invited to participate in the same processes as person A and the bootcamp participants. They know the Argentinian doesn't have a visa and promise him the same visa they're giving to the 1,800 bootcamp participants. Person B is also rejected. Just like person A, the Department of State (DOS) receives the data of both person A and person B on the rejection list to justify bringing in 1,800 people from abroad for the bootcamp. The DOS fails to realize that at least half of the people on these lists, used to justify importing personnel to the United States, are highly qualified individuals with extensive experience who do not live in the United States. Company C assures them that they do, and both person A and person B appear in the DOS records, along with the processes they participated in, and in 5 other processes in different months during that same 6-month period. After 6 months, both person A and person B contact the recruiter from Company C. Both individuals enter new hiring processes unaware that the decision has already been made to reject them again. They are told to wait another 6 months, despite both having performed flawlessly in their respective interviews. Another 3,600 new employees from the bootcamp are hired, and the information for person A and person B appears in the Department of State's records 6 times, submitted by Company C. The Department of State fails to notice that both person A and person B only participated in 2 of the 12 hiring processes registered by Company C that year. Unfortunately, after this, person A ends up working in a supermarket because they have no other way to support themselves, while others with no qualifications take away their opportunity to work in their field. And that's the case of someone who lost their job in the field they studied at an accredited university and now has no real options to work in their field again because those who used to do the work they now do have possibly paid bribes to keep them out of work. This happens because true computer science professionals are a threat to the enormous profits that bootcamps make every day. Watch our next video to see an example of how bootcamps deceive and defraud their students daily. But first, give us a like and subscribe to our channel. This will also help more software engineers know what's happening today.